Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Maxima and I'm here checking out Blue Collar Astronaut. Interesting name for a game. The whole game's got this weird, sort of slightly parodious working man level of, like, just tech and stuff going about it. It's this whole weird theme that's got going on. Like, even if you come here to buy the Space Dream, it reminds me of those old parodies of, like, the 1960s in America or whatever it is, where you can buy all this weird futuristic shit. It even gives you these weird little intros. Like, if I come and buy some lottery tickets... See? Just this weird little set of intros. I actually won 20 bucks from that. Good God, I didn't think it was actually possible to win this shit, but apparently it is. But anyway... You can buy these little things here in order to give you some little takeoffs on your bills. That'll make sense once I actually start playing the levels. Options are pretty basic stuff. It's probably good to keep the speed lines on because it means you can tell what direction you're going in, even if you're faced in a different direction, which is nice. You can see your stats, not much to see. But, as you can see, my time played is just over an hour, which is pretty good. I've played through almost the majority of the game's levels, and I've given all the different modes a little bit of a try. You get a bunch of different credit cards as you go along as well, as you beat the game, and it's just weird. It changes how much cash and credit you have up in the top right there every level, and the game doesn't explain that much about how the most of this stuff out here works, and you just kind of have to figure it out yourself, which is kind of annoying, but oh well. So if we go to the jobs, the game's got a bit of a story, not much of one, but a bit of one. Basically, the idea is you got to get your driver's license, then you deliver pizza, then your truck. That's pretty much it. Like, it's very simple. There isn't a real plot behind it. It's literally just, do all this stuff. We'll do pizza delivery, because pizza delivery is basically the same as, the driver's ed, and then we'll do some trucking. I haven't actually finished all the levels here. Once you get halfway through the level set, it'll let you skip to the trucking, but, just for the purpose of demonstration, we'll go play story mode on this. When you beat a level successfully, it unlocks all the other levels, all the other kinds of levels, sorry, for you on that. So, this game is Lunar Lander. If you don't know what Lunar Lander is, you're probably fairly young. It's a sort of arcade game. Back in the 80s. It was like one of the very first games to use the same sort of line style that Asteroids had. And the idea is not to do that. The idea is that you have to keep your ship in the air with only the ability to turn and fire off your thrusters. You are constantly being pulled down by gravity. So the idea is you want to try and avoid running into stuff while using your thrusters in order to, well, just, you know, keep yourself in the air. And you turn and you fire your thrusters with the X button. You can't fire your thrusters in any one particular direction. And the idea is you got to get as much done as you possibly can within the time limit. The game's physics are surprisingly unforgiving. So as you can see, you get a bunch of little bills you have to pay after you score at the end of the thing. And buying those items actually reduces these over time. Not by much, but it does reduce them a little bit. We'll play another level. Being told to deliver 3 pizzas. Now I just need to wait for the actual things to come up. Is this... Yeah, this is the highway level. The highway level's neat. So you got cars that are coming in from the side and the delivery shows up from there. And then you just throw them in like that. And you can even knock them off course. Game's got a neat little physics engine stuff going for it as well, which is nice. It runs on Unity, which kind of worried me at first because Unity is known for not running too well on the Vita. But thankfully, it seems to be doing alright here. So, we're just gonna glide along here, save as much fuel as possible, because we do have fuel. The more you fire off your jets, the more fuel you'll use, and it actually goes into your score at the end. And your score isn't just how much you get paid, which is this thing here. Unfortunately, I lost some money there. But it's also, yeah, you can see you get bonus for the more things you get, how much time you have left, how much health you have left. You know, pretty obvious stuff. And the higher... So if I go back to the main menu, and we go back to the stage select, I can show you that on every stage and every version of every stage, you can get a letter grade. So the best is obviously to get A. You know, the higher score you get, the higher you get that. So, let's play a different mode, shall we? There are a few different kinds of modes. Time mode is... Basically, the idea is, if you've ever played Crash Bandicoot's time trial mode, you'll know exactly what this is. The idea is, it's the same levels, but let's try not to run into that sign straight away. The idea is, you've got these, fuck puppies. Let's try this again. So, you get these little clocks here, and what the clocks do is they take away time. Well, they give you time, sorry. They give you time. And the idea, obviously, is to finish the level as fast as possible. Pretty simple stuff, really. Nothing too far out of the ordinary. Come on, pull back, pull back. There we go. You don't have to land, at least not on normal difficulty. On hard difficulty, they make everything a lot more precise, which is kind of a pain in the ass, I gotta admit. Yeah, they make it so that everything is, come on. Come on, physics, work with me here. Yeah, the physics are a bit of a bitch, especially on the, circular planets, because it does pull downwards towards the planet, because, you know, gravity. And it does kind of screw you at the worst of times. Grab the clock on my way back around. If I can get over the goddamn building. Oh, wait, no, hang on. I remember that being there because I've run into it more than once, but now I'm out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, physics. Not forgiving. Not in the slightest. I'm about to run out of time. That's unfortunate. Also, apparently I just lost 500 bucks. These special levels are a real pain in the ass, I gotta say. Because you can tend to lose a lot more than you gain on them for no discernible reason. You have to pay back your debt, and in order to pay back your debt, you need to earn lots of money, which really, really sucks. But anyway, so fuel mode is about what it says on the tin. We'll just do it all on the same level so you can see what it's like. Fuel mode is basically, you have a lot less fuel than you do normally, so you have to conserve it as much as possible in order to get the level done, more or less. Yeah, because as you can see, my fuel is already going down, but successfully pulling off a objective will give you more time, and that's how it works on the normal levels as well. Sometimes you get more time. The levels are actually fairly varied, and when I finish showing off all the different modes, I'll be more than happy to show them off, because there are all kinds of different levels in this game. Basically, this basic concept, which is, you know, just like the idea of Lunar Lander, just in general. The basic idea is turn that into make it with every little permutation on the formula possible, and it's probably in Blue Collar Astronaut. That's basically the entire... Come on, come on. There we go, made it. I get a little bit of fuel, but I'm not going to make it over the building. Yep, unfortunately that's me done for. You can't go any further than that if you run out of fuel. Some levels make it really easy to pull off, some levels don't. I really should have changed mode instead of going back to the main menu. There is one more mode type, and we will show that off before we go and show off a different level. So, challenge mode. Challenge mode isn't like the other ones in that it's a set pattern. It's different on every level, and the trick for this one is that they're literally sending down wreckage at you, and you need to avoid the wreckage while trying to deliver the pizzas properly. And every little thing here will change. Let me try that again. Every level changes in a different way for challenge mode, which is neat. Like, some levels will just do the hard mode difficulty thing where it'll make the things a hell of a lot smaller. But they do change the world in different ways. The levels in different ways as far as I can tell, which is perfectly fine. I wish I could zoom out the camera. I really find that to be a bit of a problem, especially on some of the later levels, because sometimes you can't tell if something's coming right at you, and that will cause you to crash into them and have problems, which kind of sucks, really. The physics in this game, though, barring any sort of, barring any sort of, like, problem, not so much problems as much as just difficulty, are pretty good. You can get used to them and do some pretty neat shit with them, but, yeah, I'm still losing money. This sucks. Let's go play a different set of levels. I'll go play some trucker levels now so you can see what those are like. The game is definitely focused around the score attacking. That's basically the whole idea of it. We've got a bunch of different ones here. We'll go delivery and then we'll just play through as we go along. I'm not going to play challenge mode. I don't want to fail horribly on camera again. But anyway, here's the space truck, and the space truck can tow things. So the idea is we want to be trying to tow the objects into the thing here, but it appears to have gone stuck on the other side of the rock. The physics in the towing are bloody ridiculous. Like, how is that? This just annoys me. This massively annoys me. So we have to try and get this all in here as fast as possible. And considering that there's all the normal skill attack style stuff, like, you know, uses as little fuel as possible while doing it as quick as possible while hitting all your targets and not getting hurt. Getting all that down in one good run in any one of these levels is ridiculously difficult at times. And combine that with all the different ways to play a level and all the different all the different goals that you have to do, and it gives the game a lot of variety. Like, look at this one here. This one's ridiculous. It's that space highway level we played before, but we have to swing this gigantic billboard into these red circles so that we can advertise to people. It's nuts. But it's fun. It does its job, and, you know, I mean, oh shit. Whoop. Okay, we're good. We're good. Just gotta try and avoid all of these people. So, no, I did okay. What about my score? 823, that got me like an A+. Let's play this level in challenge mode and see how it changes it. There is also a health mode. Did I show that off in the last one? I think this one's health mode is bombs? Is this the one with the bombs, or is this the one with the missiles? Let's try this again and not just retardedly fly straight out of the highway. What the hell was that? Oh, someone else is dragging along their own thing too, so you have to avoid them. That's neat. They have a lot of weird ways of fucking around with this. There is that pizza one that I showed off, which was delivering the delivering the pizzas on this highway instead of the big ass sign. The idea, the health goal on that one is that you have to what's the word? You have to avoid bombs, and if you touch the bombs explode, and obviously you die as well. Let's not play this one anymore before I just keep flying off into, well, challenge mode. What's challenge mode on this one like? It's nice that you can change the mode right from here. So what's challenge mode? Okay, there's another ship. I'm guessing that one might actually take my business if he manages to get to the different areas. I don't know how that didn't kill me. Come on, pull around. I'm not actually going to get back to it. It's entirely possible to get your thrusters damaged, which is a neat trick, and you can't move in like more than one thruster direction. So yeah, there's a lot of challenge. The physics are a massive pain to figure out sometimes, but they're in-depth enough to give the game a lot more skill than you might usually expect from this. And with 3 different difficulties and a bunch of different levels to play through, it's pretty good. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it to everybody. I mean, obviously, well, not obviously, but I'd want you to, at the very least, you know, look at this video and say, ooh, this concept appeals to me before you actually go and buy it. It's not something I'd recommend to everyone, but it's still pretty enjoyable. Nice amount of variety, runs pretty well, all of that stuff. So yeah, this one's a bit of a weird one. You have to drag along this thing here, and the more goals you do, the happier the people are with you, and of course, the happier people are with you, the more benefits you get. How did that miss? Fuck me. So yeah, he's happy now. Just that little guy in the bottom right corner there. Just bump that and shunt it into there, and I got it. Neat. I didn't even run out the clock. But I did, God knows oh dear. God knows I didn't do very well on the level either way. And you can actually damage this thing too, so you have to try and avoid the rocks, but this is me we're talking about. I'm amazed I can avoid my own. I don't even know where I was going with that. Tried to make a joke, just couldn't even think of one. That's horrible. That space rock looks like a peanut. I don't even know how we died there. That was a little odd. Was that even me? Yeah, I really do wish you could, you had more control over the camera and just how the camera in general worked. It's a little bit annoying like that, honestly. Whoa! Okay, I ran to the ass of that rock. But I'm okay. I actually did alright then. And I actually got money. Good. Ah, man, I just missed the A rank. So, if you're a fan of score attacking and the concept of lunar lander, but with circular gravity sometimes appeals to you, you'll probably have a great time with this. I can't recommend it to everybody because I can imagine people getting really frustrated with this game's physics and stuff like that, but it's not bad. Not really. I don't mind saying it's worth a look, and well, you just watched like 17 minutes of video of me actually playing it, so you know, you've had your look. And if you like the look of it, you might as well pick it up. There's, you'll probably enjoy it. Probably. Hopefully. Maybe. Oh dear. Let's see, can I actually win some money? I am, yep, I forgot I'm broke. That's unfortunate. So, yeah. That was a look at Blue Collar Astronaut. It's not bad. It really isn't. This has been Blue Maxima, and I'll see you all next time.